In this video, I'm going to be talking all about the Sandee Tec Boxing Gloves we have for sale at Enso Martial Arts. I'm going to be talking all about the features of the gloves, why you'd want to use these pair over the whole range of boxing gloves out there on the market, and at the end I'm going to put together a short little montage of people training in Thai boxing. Hi, my name's Doug Swift. I've been doing martial arts for the past 34 years and I've been the owner of Enso Martial Arts for the past 16 years. If you're liking this video, click the little icon, subscribe to this channel and get all the latest videos and updates from Enso Martial Arts. So let's get into this video and learn all about the Sandee Tec Boxing Gloves we have for sale at Enso. So Sandee is one of the really well-known Thai boxing brands. All their products are made 100% in Thailand, so it's a really authentic Thai brand. And there are other brands out there that sort of got similar prestige, like Fairtex, Twins, like Top King, things like that, that, you know, people who have gone out and trained in Thailand have seen those like very, very well-known products. And Sandee has become one of the kind of main products that you would use as a Thai boxer. So why would people gravitate towards this particular brand or this particular product? Well, you know, if you're a Thai boxer, knowing that your product has been made in Thailand by people who know a lot about Thai boxing, who know exactly the features that you need, is very, very appealing. You know, if you're just buying, say, a Thai boxing glove from just somewhere random in the world, it doesn't really have the same appeal. Knowing that this is made for Thai boxing specifically by Thai boxers really makes it stand above all other gloves. And those Thai brands, the ones that I mentioned, all have that kind of feature where you know that it's going to be perfect for exactly what you're doing. Let's have a look at the features and I'll go through them and shed a bit more light on what features this has for Thai boxing. So Sandee produced another glove which is called the Sandee Authentic Boxing Glove, and it's very, very similar to the Tec. There's not much between them in terms of like design and like quality of build, etc. The main thing is that it has this Tec like mesh inside the palm that the Authentic doesn't have. Now, why would you want this? Well, you know, Thailand's pretty hot. If you've ever gone there and trained, it's a pretty hot place, so any kind of ventilation is necessary, and having a mesh on the inside of the glove doesn't compromise like the build or the quality. So that's a really nice feature, to just have that little bit of air. Means your hands aren't getting so hot, you know, in such a hot country. Another thing, and I'm sure Sandee intended this, but another kind of like byproduct of this is that the gloves get to dry out a bit more, so they get to aerate a bit more. It's easier to sort of dry them out in between sessions so they don't get as smelly. Now, anyone who's trained in boxing knows that boxing gloves do get smelly. Like you can't get around it, it's just something that happens. So having that ventilation, you're drying out your gloves. The nose stink's very good as well for helping like deodorize gloves and help dry them out. But yeah, being able to open up your gloves with an extra kind of bit of ventilation so the air can blow through really helps dry out the gloves. This means that you get more life out of that glove. It's not going moldy, it's not manky, it doesn't stink to high heaven. So that's a really, really good feature for the Sandee Tec. So another really nice feature to help these gloves stop getting so smelly is the nylon lining inside. It's probably pretty dark in there so you can't really see it, but it does have this nylon lining that does have a certain amount of water repellentness in it. So yeah, it will repel a little bit of water, which means that sweat isn't staying on the glove. So yeah, as long as you dry them out and make sure there's no water left, the chance of them stinking is really reduced. So let's have a look at the other features, just bang through some of the features in the list. So you've got cowhide leather, pretty standard for a good quality boxing glove. You want that leather on there. It doesn't really split anywhere near as quick as say like the cheaper vinyl gloves. Really holds its shape, it's flexible and strong, so you can have like a good looking glove that's going to last a long time. One thing, you've got a nice wrap, nice Velcro kind of Velcro strap all the way around, which gives you a really secure fit and nice big thick thick strap so you can tie up your hands nice and tight. Now the Thai boxing gloves do feel different to standard boxing gloves. They feel they're nice and snug, but the position that your hand in is slightly different to boxing gloves. Now boxers are solely punching, they're not doing anything else, so a specifically designed boxing glove is different to a Thai glove. You know, there's a whole load more weapons that you've got to think about, so punching isn't the main focus for Thai boxers. So in terms of how your hand sits within the glove is slightly different. Obviously wearing wraps, but you're not going to be wrapping your hand anywhere near as much as, say, a boxer would, or spending as much time wrapping up your hands. So there is space for wraps inside them, but yeah, probably not as thick or as substantial as a boxer would use. So you get a pretty tight fit just from the offset. Obviously they are designed to have wraps inside them as well, but if you just wanted to use these just for like hitting a bag, just stick them on and hit a bag, you could do that and your hands would be really well protected, so that's a nice feature. I always think with the Thai boxing glove, especially the Sandees, it's slightly looser on the wrap compared to a boxing glove. You'll be able to get them really tight, and you can get these tight, but it always feels a little bit looser. There's a little bit of space, and obviously you're going to be wrapping up your wrists, so that's going to get it nice and secure. It's just a feature of the Thai boxing gloves that there's a little bit more room around here, and I don't know if that's been thought out, it just seems to be a feature of Thai gloves. Now, one thing that really does set these gloves apart from boxing gloves is this kick blocker on the side. So you get this little pad right on the side, which is kind of the knife edge of your hand, and this really does help if you're blocking kicks. If you're getting a nice roundhouse kick on the side of that hand in a standard boxing glove, you're really going to know about it. It can cause a lot of problems for your hand. So just having that extra bit of padding, and all Thai boxing gloves, good Thai boxing gloves, should have this, a little kick blocker. So that really is an added in feature that stands Thai boxing gloves apart from just normal boxing gloves. Now another little feature is this little thumb loop. I don't know if you can see this, just the thumbs attached here. You know, this helps keep your thumb tucked in nice and tight. Obviously you don't want to be sticking your thumb out into anybody's eyes. Also, if you get hit on your thumb, that little bit of material stops your thumb getting like ripped backwards. But it's a really good feature, keeps your thumbs like really nice and secure, and yeah, stops you risking your hands any more than you need to. Another feature is this grip bar that it has. Now all good boxing gloves should have one, but it's really nice and soft, and when you get your hand inside, it's a little hard to explain. Your fingers do just slip into a kind of little pocket on the end, and you get this nice grip bar that you can just grab onto. Again, when you've got wraps on and your hands are a bit more pudgy or a bit fatter, you know, you get a really nice snug fit over that grip bar. Yeah, so really good to make a nice fist for a really secure hand. Now nearly all boxing gloves now are made with a foam inside, so it's like a pre-molded foam shape. Now this is a latex foam, so it does have really nice padding. Yeah, pre-molded latex foam interior. Other little features on these that are nice is just like the piping that goes all the way around the edge and all the way around the wrap. Just means it lasts nice and long. Inside as well, in the split, it's all piped and stitched really nice. Like really comfortable, really well made, solid glove. So the design that I've been showing you is the black with gold. That's what we call it at Enso. I think Sandee calls it black, gold and white for obvious reasons. But they do 5 different colours in this cool tech. So as well as the black with gold, at Enso we also sell blue with yellow, red and white, and the white and black. Now for obvious reasons it is mainly going to be Thai boxers using these, but to be honest, any style that's full contact with kicking, like full contact kickboxing, could actually really benefit from using these gloves. I know a lot of the kickboxing guys will just use normal boxing gloves, and they tend to use like a 10 or 12 ounce. To be honest, with the added kick blocker, it's really going to help protect your hands. So if you are a kickboxer, just standard like full contact kickboxer, you could really benefit from using a pair of Thai gloves because of that protection reason. It is also worth noting that they do come in different weights. So the standard for Thai boxing has always been 14 ounce, so most people buy 14 ounce. But in the last few years we have had a wave of people coming in buying 12 ounce. Now sometimes for the women they'll use a 12 ounce rather than a 14, but to be honest a lot of clubs now are just recommending 12 ounce rather than 14. Now for competition this is no good. Now for clubs I don't quite understand it. It seems like 14 ounce would be a much better option in terms of protecting someone's face, you know, a little bit more padding. But 12 does seem to be a more popular option for Thai boxing these days. But at Enso we do the 10, 12, 14 and 16. So at Enso Martial Arts we've really expanded our boxing range in the last year or so. So as well as the Sandee gloves, we also do Pro Box gloves, really popular with boxers. We're also doing the very good quality Yokai gloves, the really nicely designed Hayabusa gloves. For the lower end we do have a vinyl Pro Box, but we do also do the vinyl Adidas. We do two types of gloves that go all the way down to 4 ounce for the kids. We do the Pro Box vinyl and the Sandee vinyl. And the best gloves in the world, Cleto Race. So as promised at the beginning of the video, here's a short montage of people training with the Sandee gloves in Thai boxing. Thanks very much for watching. I hope it was useful. I hope you learned loads about the Sandee Cool Tech boxing gloves. If you like this video, remember to subscribe to his channel and get all the latest videos from Enso Martial Arts. Thanks very much, and I'll see you soon. Cheers!